If you've been watching the Northern Virginia real estate market and been waiting for something dramatic to happen, good or bad, November had one message: don't hold your breath. Nothing wild, nothing shocking, just a market slowly settling into a rhythm that actually feels human again. Prices held, buyers took a breath, sellers adjusted their expectations, and for the first time in a long time, Loudoun County's numbers look less like a roller coaster and a little bit more like cruise control. Stick with me because I'm breaking down what this calmer pace actually means if you're buying, selling, or investing in early 2026. And if you want grounded local insight without the hype, make sure to subscribe. I'm Maggie Hatfield, your Northern Virginia real estate strategist and longtime local resident. And before we dive in, a quick note. We are looking at Loudoun County numbers today because it gives us one of the cleanest, most reliable data sets in the region. Northern Virginia isn't just one market. It's a collection of micro markets, and trying to mash them all together muddles the picture. Loudoun County will let us see the trends clearly. If you want the same read for Fairfax, Arlington, Prince William, Alexandria, or your specific zip code, just reach out. I'm happy to pull all the information and insights for you. Let's start with the vibe on the ground because honestly, you could feel the shift before you ever looked at the numbers. Showings slowed, not because interest died, but because holidays were coming and buyers weren't sprinting from house to house like it was 2021. Sellers were a little more flexible and a little more realistic. Conversations felt calmer. Offers came in without the sign this before someone else does energy. It's like the market exhaled after 3 years of holding its breath. And if you're buying, this is the first time in a long time you can actually walk into a house and think clearly. If you're selling, serious buyers are still there. They're just being thoughtful. And if you're investing, transitional markets are where smart deals hide in plain sight. Now let's layer in the numbers because the data backs up this vibe. New listings were down 16% year over year and 38% month over month. Yes, 38% sounds dramatic, but this November, people are roasting keys, not signing listing agreements. Seasonality is doing the heavy lifting here. Closed sales were down 9% year over year and 30% month over month. Same story, seasonal slowdown, not a market decline. But here's the number that matters most. Median sold price sat at around $750,000 for November, flat to last year and up slightly from the month prior. In a weakening market, prices blink first. Loudoun's didn't even flinch. Buyers, this is the stability you've been waiting for. No more bidding wars by default. And we expect this to carry into 2026. For sellers, stable pricing means your equity remains intact. Strategy matters way more than speed at this point. For investors, predictable pricing equals easier underwriting. Now here's where the story gets interesting. Days on market ticked up 6 days compared to last year. Not a stall, just a more reasonable pace. And months of supply is sitting around 1.7. That's still a seller's market, but it's not that hyper-competitive version we've lived through. Here's the analogy. The market isn't slamming on the brakes. It's easing off the gas so everyone can see the road again. For a truly balanced market, we need somewhere in the range of 4 to 6 months of inventory, and Loudoun is sitting around 2. It's not balanced, but it's moving in the right direction. One of the clearest signs that the market is easing, price per square foot. It's flat year over year and down 6% from October. This isn't a value loss. It's negotiation showing up in the data. Buyers aren't throwing money at listings. They're thinking, and sellers are meeting them there. It's adults having adult conversations again. So why does this market feel calmer? 2 reasons. First and foremost is seasonality. The holidays are slowing everything down. Always have, always will. Buyers, sellers, and agents, everyone needed a breather from the chaos of the last few years. November gave us that. And the important part, underneath that seasonal slowdown, the fundamentals are holding tight. Prices steady, demand present, inventory inching forward. This isn't a softening market. This is a maturing one. Looking ahead to early 2026, expect more of this. Steadier pricing, thoughtful buyers, strategic sellers, and a market that feels far more predictable than anything we've seen since 2019. And trust me, predictable real estate is highly underrated. That's the Pulse for November. Steady, grounded, and trending in the right direction. If you're tired of clickbait headlines and want the truth about your neighborhood, your price range, or your next move, reach out. I've got you. Hit subscribe and I'll keep bringing you the insights that actually matter. See you next month.